Okay, in today's problem, we are going to graph each linear inequality. So if we look at number 1, it says y is less than or equal to 3/2 x minus 5. So to graph this, I've already done the first few steps. First, you want to find the y-intercept, which we know in this problem is -5. And you're going to plot that on your graph. So you're going to go on the y-axis and find -5. That's our y-intercept. It's the point where our line is going to cross the y-axis. And then we know that the coefficient in front of the x, that is our slope. So here our slope is 3/2. So from that y-intercept that we've plotted, we're going to go up 3 and over 2 to the right because our slope here is positive, which means our line should go uphill from left to right. And then you just want to do that a couple more times. Put as many points on the graph as you possibly can that you can fit on there. Now, before we draw a line connecting these points, we want to look at our inequality symbol. Here our symbol is less than or equal to. That or equal to part means that we're going to have a solid line connecting our points. So I'm going to make a solid line and I'm going to connect the points. It's important to look at the inequality symbol before you draw a line and connect the points, because your line isn't always going to be solid. It depends on that inequality symbol, whether you do a solid line or a dotted line, a dashed line. Okay, now y is less than or equal to 3/2 x minus 5. So the inequality symbol told us what type of line to draw, and it also tells us where to shade on the graph. So the region on the graph that gets shaded in, that's where all of the solutions to the inequality live. So here, since y is less than or equal to 3/2 x minus 5, we're going to shade below our line because less than means below. So you're going to shade in everything down here. And now you've graphed the inequality. So you graph the line just like normal, but then you look at the inequality symbol to determine is the line solid or dashed and where are you going to put your shading. Here, number 2, the same thing. Y is greater than -x. And if you see, I kind of put the coefficient of 1 in there, -1, that's the slope. And in this case, our y-intercept is 0. So there's nothing written here, but we could easily put a +0, and it does not change the problem. So you're going to go to 0 on the y-axis and put a point. That's your y-intercept. And then the slope is -1. So from that point, you're going to go down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. And then go back to the y-intercept and put some points in the other direction. So up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, until you have as many points as you can possibly fit on the graph. You don't just want to put 2 points and then try to draw your line, because it's going to get off track if you do that. You want to put as many points as you can fit. Now we're going to look at the inequality symbol. Here the symbol is greater than. So since it's just a greater than symbol, our line is going to be dashed, because points on the line are not solutions to the inequality. They do not make the inequality true. So let me get a dashed line here, change the color. All right, here we go. So this line is dashed because the points on the line do not make the inequality true. They are not solutions to the inequality. Now we need to figure out where we're going to shade. So since it says y is greater than -x, greater than means you're going to shade above the line. If you ever get confused where to shade, pick a point above the line and substitute it into the inequality to see if you get a true statement. And then pick a point below the line, substitute that into the inequality, and see if you get a true statement. Whichever point gives you the true statement, that is where you shade.